Very few athletes get the opportunity to compete at the collegiate level. Even fewer get the opportunity to compete in the Olympics. For Sam Mikulak, both these dreams came true when he went to London and competed on the men's gymnastics team last summer.
I think it's every little kid's dream, you know, once you start doing gymnastics, like, oh, I wanted to be Paul Hamm or someone of the sort. There was always something new that I was going to see every day. It was a new adventure, and everything was just more than I ever imagined London to be.
You know, at the Olympic trials, you had an ankle injury. And was there ever a time when you doubted that you would be able to compete in London?
There was the night after, like, you know, I was like, oh man, this is actually hurting more than I thought it was gonna hurt. And next morning it was just like a balloon and it was all colorful, and I was like, oh gosh, like this can't be good.
What was going through your head when you heard your name called, when you found out that you would be on the Olympic team?
Well, there was just so much like emotion going on. Like everyone was nervous, scared, just tapping their feet and, you know, twitching and just waiting for those names to be called. And then as soon as they did, it was just this big wave of relief, and I felt like I was on top of the world, like that little kid, you know, being so young, just trying to accomplish the goal of making it to the Olympic team, and then for it to finally be fulfilled was just one of the best feelings in the world. Everything just seemed so surreal. It was like some perfect utopia. It was like the perfect place. Everything's so safe. You got guys walking around with guns, and all the celebrities of different sports and different athletes were just, you know, it was just a great atmosphere to be in. Serena Williams was the one that really stood out for me. She came up to me and introduced herself, and I was just like, wow, like you are such a superstar. Like I really am just a normal college kid, and you're coming up to me talking to me about my sport. And I don't know, she was very friendly, and I just enjoyed everything she had to say.
Bigger in person, I've heard.
Well, I'm also smaller in person from what I've heard, so it goes both ways.
The best characteristic he has, I think, is that the bigger the meat gets, the bigger he gets.
There's a lot of pride when it comes to competing for your country, but you know, there's also not as much of a team atmosphere as there is here at Michigan, where I feel like everyone on this team, we all know each other so well, and it's such a brotherhood that we have that, you know, I always feel like they have my back. Just being in the vault finals was one of the biggest accomplishments for me. I didn't expect it at all, and I was just trying to have as much fun as I can.
Just a great championship competitor. You put him in the biggest format, and that's when he shines the most.
We know your coach has a tattoo and you have a tattoo. And what does it mean to you?
It's just symbolism for the country, and you know, the dream that I have been building up to my whole life, and being able to accomplish it, and something that's going to be with me for the rest of my life.
I wanted to give honor to the Olympians that I've coached. So Sam was an Olympian for the U.S., of course, and so I put his initials above it with using the block M for Mikulak. The guys on the team, I made a joke about, if you want to get on my leg, you got to make an Olympic team.
Then we know you just were in Washington, D.C. at the White House. What was that like for you?
It was a little different because I was traveling and I didn't actually have to do gymnastics, was part of it. So it was a lot more social event. Everyone got to meet so many different people, and it was an honor for me to actually meet more Paralympic athletes at this go-around, because they all have such more incredible stories than the Olympians that I have gotten to know. Just all the struggles that they've fought, and you know, they really inspired me to work harder and be a better person. And also just being there, meeting Obama was pretty sweet, not gonna lie. I hugged Michelle Obama, and she's bigger than she is in person too. So it's just really fun being able to have the opportunity to go do exciting things like that. And
a breaking news is that there's gonna be a skill named after you called the Mikulak. How does that feel?
Oh, that's just spectacular. To have my name in the books of gymnastics, where I will always be remembered as the first person to compete that skill on an international level. It's, you know, something that I really can't put into words, but it just feels absolutely amazing. It's on the pommel horse, and it's something that, I don't know, I think you just kind of have to have more of a creative mind, because it's pretty much one skill just pushed a little bit further. So it's not like it was totally unbelievable for someone to do, but I just seemed to be the first person to get up and try it and actually believe that it was possible. He's a very talented and very humble, great team guy, just a real cool guy all the way around. You know, we have 6 Olympic events plus the all-around. I think he's capable of
being All-American several times and winning several more national championships. And I'm sure he'll go on to another Olympic Games and maybe even 2 if he's fortunate enough to stay healthy that long.
You know, you always have those dreams, but, you know, I feel like I've inspired as many people in the sport of gymnastics as possible, and hopefully I'll be able to continue to do so leading up to 2016.